Dream. Here we are for FRL in the beautiful country of Baku. As the F1 season is delayed further back until May, we have FRL to look forward to every Friday night at 7 PM. It's currently 7:08, so we're a little bit late tonight, but we got some familiar faces racing, and we got two new drivers making their debut in Tier 1 for this season at least, that being Lewis 11 004 and then Enduro Lewis, or Louis, I'm going to say Lewis, as we wait for everyone to load in, pick their tyres. How is the weather going to be? Is it going to be a wet qualifying? That would be very... and migrating hosts, so someone may have left here. What the hell? It says 5 lap, there we go. So, looks to be sunny out in Baku. It's flashing migrating. This is really annoying. It's flashing migrating host. Hopefully we won't have that issue for too long. So we just wait for someone to come out of the pits. So it looks to be the first driver out on track. It's a Williams and a Ferrari. Is that Jordan? Yes, it is Jordan. I think I saw a McLaren come out as well, and the Ferrari of T1000, Zach. So Jordy, Zach and Jordan are all out on track. They are the front three, the only three, but I believe there is also a Racing Point coming out too. That could be Alan for... who is it? It is Stidgeman, so it's the opposing Racing Point on that side of the garage. Stidgeman, very fast driver, very clean driver, but these two are the ones heading the spear right now. They're just coming through the second sector, almost into the castle sector. This is a pretty tough, tight track to get right, but when you link it up perfectly, that is when it all feels good. And so also here, through the castle section, is where we're going to see some incidences. Definitely a place to watch out for, and probably a place of many incidences. That's ILRT Jordan coming down through this pretty fast complex of corners, as we have our first comment of the stream. I will have a look at your... Hello Nolan, welcome in. Currently on board with ILRT Jordan. We're going to watch him on his lap. Going to open up DRS, and he is going to start this one in overtake ERS mode. As now coming into the first corner, heavy braking zone, down into third gear, then opening up, just going off the track, running, using as much curves as you can. Now braking down into another right angle corner onto the first DRS straight of the lap. Zach seems to be looking a little bit behind him. Jordan trying to use up as much ERS as he can. He's currently on just around about that 60 mark. There's a Red Bull up in front of him. That is TTG Recon. Hopefully he can get out of the way of the approaching Williams and Ferrari. As the Dutchman in the middle sector, he comes now. Recon does a pretty good job getting out of the way there. Oh, he almost caught that one, but he seemed to keep it on pretty well. So Jordan's looking quite strong now into the castle section, keeps it clean, and he is still out on this lap, pushing as hard as he can. He's looking to have a decent one right now. As now into the fast series of left-handers, coming now into the tight braking zones. Be around about third gear corner. He takes it pretty well. You need a lot of carb on that on apex there. Short shifting up to fourth gear and opening up onto the straight. He's had a pretty solid lap so far. Where is he going to put that Williams, and what is going to be the benchmark for the first lap of the race weekend? It's a race, it's a wet race, and so Jordan with a 37.5, Zach goes quicker with a 37.3. So The Ferrari is on top right now. Jordan doesn't seem to be happy with that lap, it seemed. Geordie takes up third position, last of the drivers who have currently set a lap. I believe that is Thijman coming around next. I actually did forget Alan Alan is not taking part in qualifying as Thijman rounds off the grid, and Gil, surprising from him, he's normally pretty good around this track, 138.1, so he's definitely going to want to be higher up in regards to that, as drivers are now beginning to complete their laps. Debutant Lewis is now taking up 5th position ahead of VRT Gil, Issy Nizzo and AXA, and Juice goes quickest. He's now in the 136s, about 4 tenths up on Zach there. No, I said tell a lie, it's 6 tenths up, as there seems to be a Haas in the walls. That could just be them giving way to everyone. Smoking Bandit, oh gosh, not a good lap from him. He's 10 seconds off of the nearest car to him. That would be the Toro Rosso of FF1 CL AXA 477 with a 138.8. Williams looking strong as ever. Still, we are seeing migrating host flash up on the screen, so I'm not sure what's going on with Michael's internet. But regardless of that, I believe Geordie is going to set another lap. Use is on his in lap right now. Who's on that lap right now? Let's follow on with Crockett. Let's take a break from the cockpit view. Number 9, the Dutchman in that Renault. Pretty pink helmet there he's got. Onto the DRS straight through the first sector. He's got a Red Bull just up ahead of him. That is Chapelele, who is on an outlap. So if Crockett were to catch up to him, he's going to have to give ample room to let the Renault pass. Maybe if Chapelele can keep it up, actually, he can give him a tow into onto the start-finish straight. But it is Crockett going purple through the first sector. So how is his lap going to pan out? He's just about to come through the castle section. Pretty inconsistent Crockett, but he's always been on the pace. Was having, I don't remember, I think he was in the low point scoring positions last race in Silverstone, which ended in disaster, ended up giving half points. QVR used took the win in that one. He managed to get 12.5 points. We did half points for that race. Okay, it's actually Geordie's internet. Where's Crockett Gamer going to put his car? Doesn't seem to have gone purple through the second sector. But is his lap going to be enough for pole position provisionally? We've just got over 10 minutes to go in this session. Chapelele is going to start his lap. We'll follow along with him after this one is over. Can Crockett Gamer challenge the top guys? Doesn't look like it. He's going to go 4th fastest, slotting himself in between ILRT Jordan and Geordie F1. Decent enough from him there, as now Chapelele starts his lap. He's currently going through the second sector. No, the first sector, on the first DRS straight. His teammate's just ahead of him. There is Jordan right behind him, trying to give him enough room so he doesn't impede on his lap at all, just by staying behind him, putting pressure on him. Chapelele, one of the faster drivers in this league, and he goes purple through the first sector. So can he challenge Just or Zach or Jordan or anyone really? Yellow flags through sector 1. I'm not sure who that's for. Don't know if it's anyone starting a lap. He has a pretty tight and tidy line there. Does Chapelele through the castle section. Yellow flags just further back. Doesn't seem to be any big issues. No one seems to have crashed yet. Julian has taken a quali ban. Is Chapelele going to go purple through the second sector? Yes, he is. This looks to be a pretty decent lap from the Red Bull driver. Can he take pole off the hands of the Williams? We'll have to find out, as now onto the long DRS straight. He's got a lot of gap to anyone behind him, so he's not going to pick up any slipstream. Chapelele through the final turn. Invalid? What's happened there? He was quicker. He's gone. Oh, he's gone 5th. So he seems to have lost everything in the final sector. Possibly the guys up ahead. I know that Crockett didn't get any slipstream, but Zach and No Use was the first one, so doesn't seem like it. Who's on a lap right now? Enduro Lewis, whilst we weren't watching, has put his car in 6th place right now, which is decent from him. Now Gil, he's a poacher. He's on his outlap right now. If we remember, looking back to last race, he started from P10, and after the first corner, after a 4-car collateral clash between Simply Rush, Jordan, Ginger is not here today, neither is Simply Rush. He managed to capitalise on that, and he got himself into a podium position. Believe he finished in 2nd place at the end of the race, as now he's on his outlap. Who's on a lap right now? Nizzo is on a lap through the first sector. He's currently sitting in 11th position. Let's follow with Recon right now. He looks to be fast on his 2nd sector time. He's using up as much ERS as he can, opening DRS wide open. Can he take pole position? Can he challenge any of the top guys? Geordie's right behind him as well. Recon goes 4th, 5th goes to Geordie, so Geordie is showing that he is not washed up yet. He's not been performing as he should be so far, but Geordie, season 1 champion of FRL, proving himself that he's got that pace. He puts himself 3rd. Then he has been knocked down by Jordan as I say that, so 2 Williams drivers in the 36s. Don't expect them to be the last drivers there though, as Nexus Aspect's going to come across the line to finish his lap. It's only good for 13th fastest. He's just ahead of AXA. As Smoking Bandit, he rounds out the guys who have set a lap. Michelizi's going to finish his lap. He goes 12th fastest ahead of his teammate. AXA takes 12th off of him, dropping Michelizi and Nizzo down into 13th and 14th respectively. So the only drivers not set a lap is Blue, who's just coming out on his outlap. And he's letting everyone go by who could be on a lap. Max is on an outlap right now in that Toro Rosso. Both French teammates, Toro Rosso drivers, they've got bags of pace. Expect them to challenge somewhere in the points. I don't know. Let's have a look at new guy Lewis. It's a pretty slow. Yeah, it's not good from him right now. What about Gil? He's pushing with all he can. Can he maybe set a purple sector? He's coming into the 3rd gear corner, cutting it almost completely, but that is allowed as long as you give it a decent amount of time. And look at that, 5/10 up. He's purple through the 2nd sector. Can he challenge for pole? It doesn't seem like it from the Delta though, being only 5/10. But look at this, he's going to pick up slipstream from ILRT Jordan. Jordan's going to want to get out of the way. He's going to take up as much as he can. Now he's going to open up DRS. He's got no ERS left. He's been forced into none, and that's going to hamper him there. And Gil's going to go 6th fastest, so it looks like his first sector was not quick enough because he was purple through the 2nd and 3rd, but that is 6th for him. He slots himself behind Recon, who's gone 5th fastest. Smoking Bandit doesn't seem to be in the best position right now, as he sits. Oh, there's yellow flags in sector 3. That's not really where you'd see them. I believe that is AXA. AXA's gone pretty slow through there. He's going to pull into the pits there. I don't know what quite happened there. Crockett Gamer is quicker through the 1st sector. How much quicker? He's 3/10 quicker. He's going to be challenging in maybe the top 3 if he keeps up this pace, coming into the final long 3rd sector, which is just basically a couple of looping corners and a straight. There's now no ERS left on the table for him. Migrating host still happening. As now across the line Crockett comes. He goes 4th fastest, puts that Renault on the 2nd row, bumps Geordie down into 5th. Where's Max? Max is just coming through the 3rd sector. Well, he's about to come into the 3rd sector. How's his sector time looking? Oh, he's purple. Everyone seems to be setting purple sectors. No one, I haven't seen anyone that's invalidated yet, which is interesting enough. Look at that. Gill's going to give Max just that little bit of slipstream. But everyone seems to be running out of ERS on this straight, and that's really not helping them at all. Where's Max going to go in all of this? He's going to go 9th fastest behind Chapelele in the senior Red Bull team. And now it's only one driver yet to set a lap. That's Blue Racer. He doesn't look to be fast through a second sector split. We only have 3 or so minutes left, so we're going to expect to see everyone come out soon, as Blue Racer's going to pull into the pits. He thinks that his lap is not good enough to even try for anything. Only 19 drivers on the grid this race. Just a shame to see. As now, that is... Let's watch on a lap for someone who we've not spectated yet. Let's go for Thidgeman. Okay, he's not on a lap right now. Not sure who to watch. We can watch Jordan again. Jordan's always fun to watch. As now opening up DRS onto the straight. He's going to come around to begin his lap for, I believe, the 3rd time on a fresh set of soft tyres. This is where we're really going to see the pace come out, because now the track is rubbered in. Oh, look at this. These guys are looking a bit slow here. It's the 2 Mercedes drivers. Could they be planning to give each other a show? Jordan moves across to give himself just that extra bit of slipstream off of the Mercedes of Nizzo. And now coming into this pretty short sector of just continuous right degree corners, switching from left to right. Is now into the first sector split. He's purple. He is quicker through this sector. There's 4 tenths between him and Eust right now. So Eust has a massive gap to anyone. Only 2 drivers in the 1 minute 36s though, into the castle sector. This is really his only opportunity to set a lap. He's gonna come flying through on the fast left-hander corners. You can see Eust is just up ahead, and he's going slowly. He's planning to give a tow to his teammate, and this is smart from the 2 Williams. As now look at that, he bumps up to 5th into hot lap mode. Eust is going to give his teammate the slipstream. Yeah, this is going to help Jordan so much, and is basically gifting him pole position if he's set a decent time through the second sector. Now flying down the straight, opening DRS. Look at that, he's just using all of the slipstream that he can get. And is it going to be quickest? No, he's not done enough to get past Eust. Eust is going to start his lap though, and he's not going to give Jordan the DRS, not DRS, the slipstream. Jordan's not going to give him the slipstream, but it's only a 10th between them 2. Zach has just started his lap. He currently rounds off in the second row of the grid. Crockett Gamer doesn't seem to be gonna try and set a lap. Neither does Geordie F1. Yellow flag sector 1, 2 and 3. I don't know quite what that's for. Lewis has not been too fast through the first sector. Where is he? He's in the first sector. I don't know what's happened there, but he's currently sitting in 10th position, and now the session is over. So if you haven't started a lap, you're not going to be able to put in one. I don't know who to watch here. Thidgeman couldn't get higher than 11th. Lewis is retired as well. Axe has taken the slipstream off of his teammate Max, and so now across the line, can Axe maybe improve on his time? No, he's going to stay in 13th. He's going to improve, but not by enough, as there is a Ferrari of T1000 Zach currently in the second sector. Now at the split, he's gone a 10th quicker. Doesn't seem to be quick enough for pole, but if he can just extend that gap ever so slightly. There's a McLaren behind him, so that's Lewis. As now Eust goes even quicker, 1:36.3. That's almost an untouchable time, and on such a difficult track to overtake on. Things are looking pretty good for Zach. He's not going to improve enough to beat Jordan though. Gill's going to go 4th fastest, knocking down Crockett off of the second row onto the third row of the grid. Recon unfortunately hasn't validated his lap, so has Chapelele. Lewis though is 2/10 off on the straight. Can he maybe put himself in the top 10? Where's he going to go? He's going to go 11th quickest. He's not going to improve there. Aspect is 7/10 off on his lap through the second sector. Now he's going to come across the line. Chapelele is going to stay in 8th fastest. He looks to be the last person to finish a lap. He's going to go 14th fastest. That puts him ahead of Thijman, Lewis and Axa. Axa is the last of the finishing drivers. Recon is going to pull into the pit, and that is your grid set for the race, which will be a rainy one apparently. Three-tenths clear of his teammate puts QVR Juiced in pole position. It is a front row lockout for the Williams boys. Zach manages to take up third. Fourth goes to Giel, and we will look at the rest of the standings throughout. So previously mentioned, QVR Juice takes up pole position. ILRT Jordan in second place. I don't know why he's got the Spanish flag there. T1000 Zach in third. Fourth goes to Gil, so it's a French lockout of the second row. Crockett Gamer takes up fifth position. Sixth with an impressive qualifying from him, Geordie, starting alongside Crockett. Then that is Recon, the two Red Bull teammates, taking up the fourth row of the grid. Recon and Chapelele 7th and 8th. Max taking up 9th, and 10th goes to Blue Racer, which is pretty decent from him. Michalizzi just outside the top. Oh, for God's sake. And yes, it is confirmed to be a wet race around Baku. This is definitely going to bring out a safety car at some point. Can anyone take the championship lead off of Juiced today? I don't know. I do not know. We're still migrating host. It looks to be like this is going to stay throughout the Grand Prix, as we are just moments away from going on to the formation lap. It's be an exciting one, won't it? Definitely going to be a lot of twists. Maybe we can expect an unexpected winner. As now coming on to the formation lap, Williams lock out the front row. Let's go back to where we were. Michalizzi just missed out on the top 10. Enduro Lewis in his debut race is going to start in 12th. 13th for Nizzo. He's not really gotten off the mark in the early races. He's low in points. He's down in 13th. Next Aspect, who had a pretty good finish in Singapore. Other than that, hasn't really been contesting for points throughout the season. He sits in 14th position. Thijman in that racing point in 15th. Lewis is going to take up 16th in his FRL debut. And Axa, who's also been struggling to pick up points, starts in 17th. Smoking Bandit in his second race of Season 3 in Tier 1 is going to start 18th. And after taking a qualifying ban from the last... when was it? I think it was Austria, after an incident with Geordie impeding on his lap. Someone's been disqualified. I think that is Max. Yeah, it is. We're going to have a look at position changes when on the race. I am really interested to see who gets off the line well out of the two Williams. Definitely very, very close on pace. It is really tough to say who is quicker out of the two. If I had to give it to someone, it'd probably be Juiced, but on his day, Jordan can definitely put up a fight. No doubt about it. Let's have a look at where the Tier 2 boys are though. Who's leading the race? Oh, there's a safety car in tier 2. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I am not flipping surprised. Oh, Caesar. He's doing the strategy where you let everyone's tyres be really cold. I mean, there's no rules against it, so it's allowed. But I believe at the front, these guys are going to start having AI take over, and I think that was just it there. Yeah, this is definitely AI. Fancy footwork from them as it pulls them into the correct grid spot. Seemed like Blue Racer Mikulitsi had an incident on the formation lap. Caesar's letting everyone get their tyres cold. It's an okay thing. It's not advisable if you don't want to be hated by everyone. But it's allowed, as he is the last person to pull into their grid box in 18th position. Can we have a better angle than I want an up high angle to start the race on. We wait for the lights to come on. Fire lights, and we are underway in Baku. It's a wet race today. Who looks to get the better start? It looks to be the Williams on the inside. Coming challenging into turn number 1. It's Jordan up the inside of his teammate, and yes, that is a lead for Jordan on the start. Gil's going to go up the inside into turn. Oh my gosh, the contact! There's a lot of contact, and that is used into the barriers, and I think he might be out of this race. Safety car is out. Used has no front wing. He is down in 19th position after contact with what looked like to be Gil. Has Gil got damage? As they're all bunching up, and they're gonna have a slow lap here. Has Gil got damage? That's the question. Yes, he looks to have it on the right end plate of that Haas. So early drama sees the pole sitter and championship leader in the barriers. Luckily he was able to keep it going, but now he sits down in 19th position. Good start from Lewis. He's up 4 positions on the start. Louis and Lewis are currently 11th and 12th right now. So QVR Juice will not be happy with this one, will he? I'm gonna try and use the spectator menu instead of like flicking through everyone, to avoid everyone's eyes getting very, very hurt. Now through the painstakingly slow castle section.